Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome to this week's edition. I know we weren't here last week. We didn't have a show last week. I was forced to work. I had volunteered to be on call, and when you're normally on call, you never get a call. But just my luck. Guess what? On Wednesday night, I got a call, so I had to go. You see this beautiful face on the screen with me tonight? That's Miss Ashley Morgan. Ashley's going to join us this evening with her opinions. I got several wonderful topics. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight, a lot of things going on, but mostly we're going to stick to relationship type stuff because Ashley is the relationship doctor.
You you better stop that. You
So
said
no,
that
we
earlier.
are
I'm
going
like,
Terry's going to pop in. He's doing some stuff with his vehicle he got going. He's an antique car collector kind of guy, so he's got stuff going on with that. And we have the lovely Anissa Perkins of Vibe Lounge. She's doing all the hosting for Sterling Homecoming weekend next weekend. So she's meeting with people. She's got other stuff going on, but she gonna pop in and jump on this thing with us as well. So we got other people that's gonna be coming, but in the meantime and in between time, me and Miss Ashley gonna handle it. But before I go too far into this, let me say this about homecoming. Sterling's class of '87 has asked me to make an announcement that on Saturday night, I know we got the Friday night thing going on with the alumni. That's everybody at Vibe. Sterling's class of '87 is having their 35th annual reunion, and that's also going to be at Vibes at Nissa spot. So Nissa got a lot going on. What's up, buddy? What's up, Ron? How you doing, man? So, hey, look, let me say this. Let me say this. Ashley, you went to Worthing, right?
I went to Worthing, but I did not finish from Worthing.
That's fortunate for you. But let me say this. Our alumni at Sterling, for some reason, like I don't know what's going on because I'm really not involved in like meetings and board stuff and all of that. But man, I think Madison set the table a week or so ago at their event. It was enough Negroes in there, as they say, to do a Tarzan movie. It was people
Really?
everywhere,
Wow.
and they were genuinely really having a good time. So, like, I'm not competing with nobody. I don't think anybody at Sterling is competing with anybody. But when you talk alumni stuff, man, we do want to come together and just have fun and see old places and laugh, see old faces and laugh and talk and really have a good time. And when there's underlying issues and everybody says, oh, we ain't making no money, we ain't making no money. So why are you fighting over stuff if you ain't making no money? That's confusing because I don't argue with or have deep conversations with women I don't date because it's meaningless, Ashley. Why would me and you be on here arguing and we're not in a relationship?
Right. I
I
agree.
mean, so all I'm saying to them is, look, starting next year, if y'all don't get this together this year, starting next year, I'm gonna do my own alumni weekend for Sterling, and everything gonna be everything. And I don't care who make money off of it. I don't care who do what. But next year, it's gonna be a Kevin Walker winning weekend next year. If y'all don't get y'all stuff together this year, I'm gonna get y'all this year because it's too late to plan something. But starting next year, Ashley, if they don't get their crap together, I'm gonna do a Sterling winning weekend the Kevin Walker way. That's what we
Let's
gonna
hope
do.
they get it together. Give them a chance.
I am this year, because we got too many good people that have come from that. Uh, we're a university on Martindale. We not a regular high school. We're a university. We got too many people that's come out of Sterling University
Sterling
for
University.
foolishness and ignorance and that we can't get on one accord. We got too many brilliant people, man, and I know we can figure it out. Let's not do nigga shit. Let's, do it the right way.
I'm sure
So
it's not just Sterling that has that issue.
maybe
Anytime you're dealing with us, it's
and and maybe it's not, but Sterling is the only one that I'm concerned about. But I'm
of
gonna get them
course.
together. I'm gonna get
Of
them
course.
together. So look, let me read these topics, and me and Ms. Ashley gonna dive in. Y'all, we got Anissa coming, and we got Terry coming. Anissa had meetings. Terry got his car club crappy yappy going on, but they gonna jump in here. But right now, it's me and Ms. Ashley. So, Ashley, here's what I got. So, as it pertains to a relationship and a sexual relationship with your partner, What's too freaky or what's too kinky? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. So, should or does your mate get their way in bed? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm gonna read through all of them. Don't answer that. In a relationship, is there really a such thing as I'm not doing that? I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that together. What do you say to ask an ex for forgiveness because you really want to try it again? What do you say? How do you approach that situation? How do you move on from a relationship but remain friends? Mm. And last but not least, are you still at peace even when you don't get your way? Woo. All right, so we're gonna move up. I'm not gonna go up to the relationship stuff. I'm gonna wait till the other people come. Let's start with this one, Ashley. Me and you. So, what do you say to ask an ex to forgive you if you want to rekindle that fire? How would you approach that? Where do you even start?
Of course, you have to start with, I believe, having some compassion for whatever, ended the relationship, and just being understanding to that person's feelings. Like, don't try to add your stuff on top of why, the relationship may have ended, or, just kind of be open and be compassionate, be understanding to their feelings. And then just try to find a way to say, hey, I think, we really should try this again. I still have, feelings for you. I still love you. I think we should try this again. I mean, it's many ways, I guess, that you can ask for forgiveness. But of course, at the end, it's up to that person to decide if they want to go at it again, to give it another shot. Of course, and that depends on what happened. What did you do, or but as far as just asking for forgiveness, there's no way then to be sincere about it and just ask for forgiveness. And hey, can we try this again? And the only testament to a changed behavior is just a changed behavior. Apology is just words, but it's your behavior, of course, that they want to see has changed. That will determine the outcome.
So, Ashley, you find out, however you find out, because you women are some low key detectives, even those of you who don't work in the field as a detective, y'all are some low key detectives. So, you found out that I've been dealing with another female while I'm dealing with you. So, you heated. That caused us to go our separate ways. But all the while, hey, you still want to be my boo because you love me. But I was really, really faulty in what I did. Like, that was, Kevin, that was shiesty of you, bro. Can you, as a woman, come back into that relationship, but truly forgive and let go?
It would take some time. It would definitely take some time, but it can be done. Again, throughout the time, though, you're wanting to see a change in that person, like, because there is an amount of trust that has been broken in the relationship, so that has to take time to rebuild. But if that's what you genuinely want, it can happen. If that's what you want, it can happen, and you can truly forgive and be able to move forward. But that's on an individual basis. Everyone is not as forgiving um, as some. I think I'm kind of a too forgiving person sometimes, but that's just me.
So, Ashley, you loved me so much while we were in this relationship. I was the best man that you ever had. I was your soulmate. This is what you told your friends. This is what you were clinging to. This is what you were living on.
Mm-hmm.
But I got this other woman pregnant and we got a child. But you love me. You know I'm your soulmate. I take good care
What's
of
love got to do? Got to do with it.
you. So could you see yourself forgiving this man and maybe humbling yourself in the moment to say, you know what? As much as you hurt me, I'm gonna still try and give you another chance. Could you see yourself doing that? When we talk forgiveness, because we're talking forgiveness here, Ash. Come on
But
now.
forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation. Let's get that straight.
Okay.
So because I forgive you, some in some situations it that would take a lot of time to really get past. And you say he went out and had a baby as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're putting emphasis on you love me. Okay, but what about the love that you were supposed to have for me? You know? So
Hey, look, accidents happen. Just because I made
thanks,
a
thanks,
mistake
thanks,
doesn't
thanks,
mean
thanks.
that I don't love you.
At some point, it's no longer an accident. It was a choice.
So that's what you're
We're
going
all
with.
adults, and we're gonna have some accountability here. And yeah, we're not gonna use that. It was an accident.
So let me
I
read
just
some
put
of
the
these.
head in.
That's all I put. I promise. So let me
That
read some of
don't
these
work.
comments that Andrea King says. Start with acknowledging your point in the demise of the relationship. Discuss the growth you've made and demonstrate that when you are ready to go and put forth more effort to reconnect. Okay. Ron Love said, no accidents, poor choices.
Poor
Hey, Ron,
choices.
you're supposed to be on the man side.
But at some point, it wasn't an accident.
Okay, I can ride
That
with
was a continued situation, and just this particular time, she happened to get pregnant. Like,
it. Of course, all the women are on your side. Erica Chapman says, no damn accident. You knew what you were doing.
yeah,
Lisa
you didn't
Tennant,
accidentally not put the condom on, okay? So I
no,
mean,
so
it was
what?
so
Okay,
many things
so
that led to that situation, right?
okay, so let's say you talk to this woman and she's like, no, this was a one-time thing. It hadn't been ongoing. He did wear a condom. The condom tore or bust or whatever,
Come
whatever.
on.
But I'm just so what?
Yeah, but that's really far fetched to say all of that. A lot of times that's not the case. Let's stick with reality.
So, so you're telling me that you don't think when a child is involved, I want to be clear and precise. You don't think when a child is involved that a woman could truly have forgiveness of that man to let it
I'm
go
not
and move
saying
on.
I'm not saying that that's not possible, but she has to really want that. She has to really be mature enough to put it behind her and allow it not to affect their relationship moving forward. But again, it takes the both of them, to make it work after a situation like that. It can't just be all of her wanting to hold on to this relationship. He has to want it just as much as she does. It has to be a equal effort on both parts. If not, she's just spinning her wheels, and it's just destined for it to happen again. So again, the only way to know if things are on a good path is just to watch his behavior moving forward and how things are going within the relationship. But yeah, he got some making up to do. Hmm.
So Kimberly Lewis says, yes, she can do it. She said, I did it. I even took the child in for a while. So, I
It's
mean, yeah,
doable.
I guess
It's
it's highly
doable.
possible.
It's
So
very
since we're
possible.
so since we're linking the topics, our next topic is how do you move on from a relationship but still be friends? And here's why I asked that question. Because once we've been in a relationship as a man, I'm just speaking for me, I feel like everything that we've shared conversation wise and sexually, like you're always a part of me. Some kind of way, some sort of way, you're always a part of me. So I should always be able to come back some kind of way. So how do you walk that fine line, Ashley,
It's a
and
very fine line.
not cross back into that territory? Because if the relationship has been dissolved, can the friendship really stay afloat without, you know, getting back into that lane?
Well, it's the level of friendship that you're trying to maintain. Is it a friendship like we got to talk to each other every day, or it's a, cordial friendship? I see you. There's no animosity. There's no anger. Hey, how you doing? We can be cordial. Or, what level of friendship are you trying to maintain with this ex? Um, it's doable. It takes two mature people to just really be able to hold that together, though. I mean, that can be very sticky, especially if either party has moved on into another relationship. Like, sometimes it's not even healthy to maintain those past relationships.
Well, you know what? And I can speak just for me on my personal experience, even being married and now being divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think now me and my ex-wife are better friends than we were anything as husband and wife towards the tail end of our relationship, because there was a lot of animosity, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of anger. And I just know for me, people was like, would you ever do that again? Like, nah, because when you're stabbed, the wound may heal, but the mark
Yeah,
remains.
of course.
And that's one thing I was talking to my coworker about today. I was like, man, look, you can heal from a wound, but the mark doesn't go away. So
Of
you
course.
always have a reminder of some things that was said, some things that was done. And once you allow words to come out your mouth, you can't get them back.
Sure.
So that's the thing. Even, the younger brothers that work with me that are married and in relationships, they'll come to me, man, Kel, man, such and such. And I try and give them real talk and real conversation because, dude, once you say it, whether you meant it or she misinterpreted,
Mm-hmm.
you can't get that back. And even once a woman has interpreted what you said a certain kind of way, you can try and clean it up, but she's only thinking about the way she perceived what you just gave.
That's it. That's it.
So what I would personally recommend is that you explain where you're going before you go there. That's what I always tell them. Look, show her the GPS before you show her where your
Yeah.
location.
Well, I think a lot of, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think a lot of men have a hard time with that part. Like, they say things and then it's always, you know what I meant. No, I only know what you said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you meant, I know how I interpret it, but I just know what you said. How you meant it, what you meant behind it. Hey, that's up for me to interpret. You should have said it how you meant it to begin with. Because, like you said, once it's out there, there's no retracting it.
Yeah, I mean, I would 100% agree, but I think that also come with some male maturity.
True.
And they talk about somebody's jumping in on us. Let me see who this is. Oh, that's AJ. Let me add her in here with us.
Hey,
Hey,
Hi.
how you
so
doing?
we're good. We're good. So we're talking about how do you move on from a relationship but maintain a friendship with somebody that the relationship has been terminated with. So I just gave my example of don't look like that.
But
I
your
just gave
example was a little different, Kevin. I mean, that's your ex-wife. There's children involved. I mean, there
yeah,
has to be a level of friendship there. There has to be a healthy, level of relationship between the two of you for the children, if nothing else. So, I mean, if it's just someone you were dating and it just didn't work out, and whatever, that's
yeah,
different. But
Ash, I would agree with that. But what I would caution people too is because there was a marriage, there's also more pain. Because
oh
it's
yeah.
somebody you truly loved and truly cared about a little more. So again, we just talked about the stab wounds, but hey, the wound has healed, but the scar still remains. Sometimes
Hmm.
because there's a marriage, the pain is even greater because this is somebody who you've given 110 to,
Hmm.
not 30, not 40, but 110. So, especially for men, like it's hard to go back when I've given all of me And I feel like all of me wasn't appreciated. And not to say that I'm a perfect being or, as me and, we're perfect because of, me personally, I'm flawless, but I'm speaking for other people. I'm just saying, I'm speaking for the other men. If we talk about me, I come without fault, so, but
Okay.
I just personally believe that if you put your heart and your all into a situation, and again, this comes with maturity. And maturity, for some men, just because you got the age don't mean you've got the maturity. There's some grown little boys walking around out here. They like wolves in sheep's clothing.
And
So that
Lots of them.
and yeah, and that's how I refer to him. Like, yeah, he looked grown. He kind of sometimes talk grown, but he's just a little boy.
Yeah.
And he's 45 years old, but he's still a little boy. So I think when we mature, I don't ever want to deal with a woman or talk to a woman that I'm talking at. I want to talk to you. I want to feel you. I want to taste you, not physically taste you, but I want to make sure that I'm 100% to the core with you on everything that come out of my mouth and yours. What you think about that, AJ?
I think that's I think I could well, definitely I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that to a point where I don't even think gender is involved, Kevin. I really believe it's just the maturity level, as you stated, of the person. Because um and I'll be honest with you, if you're in a place of where you just want peace, a peace of mind, it's just some things that you're willing to swallow from, for example, pride, and just move forward for the sake of peace. Where there kid, especially where there are kids involved. Now, I will tell you, I'm being very transparent. I have nothing to really like put a mask over now, but it really hurt me recently when on the backside, my younger two kids, their dad doesn't know how much I was a proponent and will always be a proponent for them to have a relationship with him, for them to reach out to him, for them not to ignore his calls, to to definitely just be the one to pick up the phone and have a conversation with him or just bridge the gap. But because of them, they chose not to. It was nothing on my end, but it hurt me. And what I was getting to when recently, him not knowing all the back end is not for me to go and parade around. He wrote me a text. I had to after he wrote this text, I wrote him off. Like I blocked him. When he said it,
Wow.
I am so, he said, I regret the day I met you. And when he said that, and he said that from the premise, and I even asked before I decided to block and just have no more involvement. He said that based on the fact of him believing that the reason why his children respond and react to him the way that they do now is because I had some involvement in it. Where but the opposite. I was totally the proponent of trying to nurture and cultivate a healthy relationship and really be a good co-parent. So, to answer your question, I believe it's the maturity level, and then just to have that empathy to know where people are coming from, because it wasn't a good severance when we severed from each other, separated. It wasn't good, but I had empathy to know where he was in his mindset at that state and time. And so to say if it can be done, I believe it can, because I've seen some healthy relationships from it. But to say that it always can be, sometimes for the sake of peace and the sake of just going forward with your own sanity, you just have to persevere and press through.
Yeah.
Ash?
Well, I pretty much stated my claim with that. I mean, it's like I said on the other topics as well. Anything is possible. It's just a matter of if it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like she said, the matter of maturity between the two individuals that are trying to have this cohesive relationship, friendship, whatever, outside of being together. We just got to be able to maintain that. Now, again, on a situation where we were married, we have kids, whatever the case may be. Yeah, you want that to be able to have that level of friendship, between the two of you, if it's possible. I'm like her. I'm a huge advocate of having my kids, be in relationship with their fathers or whatever, but that doesn't always work, and so for a sake of peace of mind, whatever floats your boat, sir. Whatever floats your. If you have to, paint a picture of me being the villain, I'll be that. Whatever it is. What the what's her name? I tie everything into music. Forgive me, but Chrisette Michelle has a song that says, "As long as it's over, you can blame it on me." And you have those situations. It's just like whatever, and we're gonna.
So let me go back and read some of these comments. So Ron Love said maturity and emotional intelligence are crucial factors.
Extremely. Extremely.
Tyon Solomon says it's hard to maintain a platonic friendship because one person always want to come back. Andrea King said, if you have children involved, it is necessary to have, hold on. If you have children involved, it is necessary to have a cordial relationship with your ex. Okay.
And you know
So
what?
look,
Can I say something,
yes,
Kevin?
ma'am, you can.
Because now, I mean, the youngest of my children and the youngest of the two of that relationship, they is 20. I
Uh-huh.
don't. I know it may sound so cold hearted. I really could care less. I could care less of having a relationship. I will be cordial, yes, if there are, of course there may be marriage and certain celebrations we may see each other at, or even some not so good meetings where we may see each other. But I will be cordial. But I don't even care to have a rapport. I mean, to have a constant rapport with him at all. And then also, I've been in matters where I've been in a relationship where I was with a narcissist. I never knew really what a narcissist was. I used to hear people talk about that. And man, that once you get out of that, I never would want I don't even want a friendship. And I think I'm one of the most easiest person to get along. I don't even want a friendship with that person at all.
Okay, so let me go backwards to one of my questions that I introduced early to ask both of you this. So, in a relationship, is there really such a thing for either partner? We're talking male or female. Is there truly such a thing as I'm not doing that? And we're talking from a coming together in bed sexual standpoint. So let's say you got this husband that's a all out freak, or you got this wife that, hey, she really like this. This is what I did in the past. This is the way I've done it. This is the way I like doing it. I had a woman to tell me that in order for me to be her dude, I would have to agree to take a bath with her every night. Every single night we had to take a. I'm like, that's weird as fuck, first off. I mean, again, it's just me. Now, I know, hey, this is me,
Wow.
Ashley. This is me. Some nights, yeah, I may want to hop in the shower with you. But for us to be mandatory taking baths together every night, like, first off, because of what I do for a living, I'm going to be out in the bath sweating in the sun. So if you want me to get in that water as a woman and you've got open crevices and cracks in your body, you nasty as hell anyway. So
where do you find these people?
or where do they find
out there? Believe me, they out there.
So in a relationship, is there
My.
truly such a thing though to your mate is I'm not doing that? Can you really say that and get away with it? Because hey, look, what's nasty to one may be intriguing to another. And we know, and I know as women, y'all have friends and y'all have that one girlfriend. Because I got that one homeboy, the same way y'all got that one girlfriend. You be like, bitch, you do what? You come on now. Hey, am I right or wrong?
You're right.
You're right.
Exactly. Because everybody got that.
I'm not no booty. I'm not kissing no booty. I don't care. People talk about that. I'm not doing it. No, I just no. I'm not doing that at all. That's not what my mouth was made for. I can't do it. Just can't do it. That's one of the things they can't do.
Say that's a no for
And I
her.
can't have, and I can't share. I don't like to share.
So
I'm not.
you ain't booty, so you
What you laugh, Kevin? You already know that people talk about that. I just can't do it.
No, I mean, hey, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna say who because I'm not gonna call no names. But I got a coworker. I was dating this chick, and so we used to have come like basically because me and my coworker worked so tight knit together. He would hear our conversation sometimes, and he said, "Did she just say something about eating her booty?" And I was like, "Yeah, she did." And so he was like, "Man, put it on speakerphone." So I put it on speaker, and he was like, so that's what you into, dudes eating your booty?" And she was like, "Well, if he want to do it, I ain't gonna stop him." And she was like, "Your friend over there say I'm nasty as hell." I was like, "Yeah, I did say that was nasty as hell because I ain't getting down." And this dude looked at me and was like, "Say, bro, you don't know what you missing."
Yeah.
So again,
each his
that goes
own.
back to me
To
saying
each his own.
exactly.
I
That
never
goes back to
judge what
saying
anybody do
people
in
like
their relationship because
People like that stuff though. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Over 50, we in menopause. We have flagellates every now and then. You got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not doing that. I'm
Yeah.
just sorry. That's just not for. I believe that.
know.
I believe the beauty of making love could be so much more, but that's one of the things I just won't do. I'm sorry.
No.
And then sharing, I just no. I can't share.
so. Kim said it is a such a thing as in saying no. Ron Love said over 50, no leaks. Felicia Williams said these
He
are
said no
violations.
leaks. Well, what
Huh?
did Ron say?
Ron said no leaks. Leak, no
Oh.
leaks. Who else? Chris Reedy said, hell yes, you can say no.
Shit, I
She
know
said,
that.
I ain't kissing or licking no ass, not even swallowing.
Mm-mm. Nope. That's what tissue is made for, not my mouth.
That's when they have that one.
So
Is that Terry?
in the
I keep
background?
hearing something in the
Yeah.
background.
That's
No,
somebody.
that's said in the background.
What
He
that
got the
sound?
headphones on thinking he whispering. I know y'all can hear.
Yeah, we can hear him.
That's said. So here's another topic that I had is in bed. Is there a such thing in bed as a dominant mate? And do they normally get their way? Don't look like
You just added that question.
No, I promise.
I didn't remember hearing that one.
It
Yeah.
just it depends to me.
It says should does, and it's on my screen. Does your mate get their way sexually?
I think it can be you know, like he could be dominant sometimes, you could be the dominant one sometimes, you know. I don't think one has to be the dominant all the time.
So Anissa, let me say this because everybody pointed this out to me, and I had to go back and watch the show. Like, do you realize Anissa said on the show that she was a nympho?
I am.
So
I really am. I know I am.
So is there such thing as a man with you getting what he wants versus you always getting what you want?
Is there a such thing as a man getting what he wants versus as long as I get what I want?
Now, who's the
That was the
narcissist?
question.
Who's the narcissist here? Who is the narcissist?
Yeah.
That's not narcissist. I'm sorry. That's not. That's
You
not
are a sexual titan.
what you say?
You are a sexual titan. Because they said, and I had to research
But
this.
you know what? Okay, I'm gonna listen before I respond.
Some people were saying that there was no such thing as an alpha female. So I did a little research to see if there was truly an alpha female. And there is a definition which consists of an alpha female being out there. So I would say a woman that would consider herself maybe sort of a nympho or enjoying sex to a certain level would be probably an alpha female in bed, because there are going to be certain things or certain times that she's going to want what she want when she want it without much explanation about why.
I don't think that's the definition, though. I mean, when it comes to the bedroom as an alpha female, because I consider myself to be an alpha female, and a lot of times, like, you want to be the pleaser, like you want to be in control. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always have to be pleased. You want to be the pleaser, and it's not about you a lot of times. You know what I mean? Just that, like a man, you know, a man sometimes just wants to see that his woman is being aroused or being, you know, and so he'll be the pleaser. And an alpha female a lot of times will take that role in bed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and there are times, and I'll be honest with you, Kevin, as an alpha female, you are vulnerable at a state where you just want to be pleased. And I mean, pleased in every way imaginable. However, I believe on the last show that you invited me on, which I'm so on, I really am honored when you asked me to come on, is that when you, I am a deep thinker. I think a lot. And when you can get into my emotions and my mind, where you can get into my thoughts, and we are connecting there, we're making love already at a whole different level before anything else takes place. So to say all that, yes, in the bed, it just depends at that moment what's going on. If I'm vulnerable at that moment, and I'm choosy, for one, I'm not just gonna be with anybody, but if I'm vulnerable and I've chosen you to please me, I expect you to come doing what you need to do and do it well, because I want to give the same. I think I'm talking.
So as Nicole Rogers says, I love to see a man toes curl.
Go, Nicole.
Ron Love says, alpha female, a woman who has embraced her leadership ambitions. She is talented, highly motivated, and self-confident.
You have to be that way. You have to be that way.
Lisa says, of course, there are alpha females. So they got to talk about the drinking, and when the Henny hit, it's about whatever. Ron Love says, there is no... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ron Love says, there is no dominance in the 69. I'm just reading the comments, y'all.
I love my classmate Ron. Why you don't have him on here?
He was supposed to 2 weeks ago, but he was stuck out of town.
That's my classmate.
Kim says, come on, AJ.
Yes.
So,
but you know what, Kevin,
go ahead.
In reality, you know, and I'm not trying to change the vibe or anything that's going on, and you know I always drop that in. But anyway, you know, when we were created by the Most High, there's a feminine and there's a masculine side in us all. So who's to say who's being dominant at that point? It's just at the moment, as we're led. I mean, hey, be all you can be. Be if that's your moment to be dominant, be dominant. But I mean, really, the beauty of making love, that's so beautiful. It's a beautiful gift, I believe, and I believe that we should not just take it haphazardly. And so, if it's your question, be dominant. If your moment to be vulnerable, be vulnerable.
So let me ask you a question. Who's in that room with you? You keep looking at.
Well, I'm actually down the walkway from Vibes because I got some people going there. I'm making money here over there. Okay. So I'm in the Blue Lobster. And so I just keep looking at them. outside there. They actually turned their music down. This is actually the place where Youngstar comes and he actually records here. So they are giving me opportunity to use their space to talk.
Okay. I
That's
thought
what
I thought I thought maybe you was
party here.
I thought somebody was in the room that you had a relationship with. You were looking at them and trying to get a cue from them. Am I right? Don't I do that? Or
Oh no, no, there's no one in here. No.
okay, so let me ask y'all this. This is gonna be my last question along these lines.
Huh?
So this question came from an inbox. So when you're sitting at the bar or you're at the car wash, getting your car wash detailed, and a gentleman say, "Hey, what you drinking?" Or, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for her car wash." Do you upgrade yourself? So you sitting at the bar. Now hear me out on this, Ashley. Hear me out. Ashley, you sitting at the bar drinking a $2 Coors Light. And then when he say, "Baby, what you want to drink? I got your drink." You tell the bar, "Give me a Swamp Thing." You know them Swamp Things, $18 a pop. And you drinking that $2 ass Coors Light. But when he say he got you, you upgrade to an $18 Swamp Thing.
I wonder
Do
who said that in the inbox.
I don't even drink $2 drinks. So
I'm just saying.
if you came at me, I was already drinking an $18 drink, and I need you to keep it going.
So do women do that? Do women upgrade themselves on demand?
We do.
I can't speak for everybody.
We do. I mean, I can't. Yeah, you're right. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself. I have done so. I've done that in the past. I don't think it's anything wrong with it, because if you offered to pay for my wash, I hadn't even. If you offered to pay for my wash or you offered to pay for my drink, I'm going to drink.
Sorry about that.
What I drink, but yeah, I'm not gonna break the bank or anything. You offered. Is anything wrong with that? I mean, I would like to hear what the comments say. Because I don't see it.
Renee said they better, meaning you better upgrade if he offered to pay for it. Ron Love say that's why you always say. And what did I tell you about this, AJ? Ron Love just said what I said.
I don't know.
Hey, give her what she drinking.
Can you hear me?
You did say that.
We can hear you.
I can't hear you guys. Someone called me and it messed up my thing.
Go out and come back in.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but like I told you, AJ, hey.
You did say that.
Yeah, I told you. I said you always say, "Hey, give her what she drinking." You don't give her the opportunity to upgrade. Your ass drinking a Coors Light, you gonna keep drinking a damn Coors Light. You ain't finna upgrade the Heineken on my ass. No, ma'am, that won't be happening.
Yep. I will upgrade.
I'm sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
No problem. So what you say about that, Ashley? Do you upgrade? Do you go higher? Okay, let's say you at the car wash and you getting that $6 wash. You just want the basic little $6. I'm gonna run my car through. When old boy say, "Hey, I got her. Whatever she getting, I got her." Do you say, "Well, yeah, go ahead"?
Well, usually you have to pay before you even run through the wash. So how do you get past that?
No, so let's say you somewhere where they hand wash and detail and that's different then, because you don't pay till they get done. So do you upgrade to the $50 wash when you were just getting the quick?
Yeah. I would be reasonable.
Oh, you so nice, Ashley.
I would be reasonable.
Actually, this happened to me recently. I pulled up at the detail and the guy recognized me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna let her know I'm gonna get her." Actually, and I really believe it was intentional that he said it before the guy took my wash preference. And so, hey, okay, thank you.
Kim talking about give me the works.
That's my girl.
Renee said you are too nice, Ashley.
I am.
You are.
Treat others as you want to be treated. That's how I go.
Well, that could be a blessing too, Ashley now.
Yeah, no, if he offered a specific one, I'm not gonna say no, I don't want that one.
But he
But you know,
said give her whatever she's getting.
well, there you go. Now that's different if it's said that way. Give her whatever she, then yeah.
Now, what this guy should have done is said, or I'm not gonna say he didn't have a problem with it. He didn't seem to have a problem with it at all. But what he could have done is said, he could have waited till I chose my preference and then asked for my ticket and when it paid. But he didn't do that. He stopped the guy and said, "Tell her to get what she wants."
So let me ask you this. So
What about you, Kevin? Do men upgrade?
do men upgrade when a woman say she got me?
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I mean, I'm normally always getting the highest grade anyway. So
And see, that's what I'm saying.
it's not going to be much grade to go up if you're going to pay for me. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm used to women. I'm used to women getting me because let me tell you something. If a woman don't get me sometime and we can be dating, I could love the fuck out of you. If you don't get me sometime and we going out on dates and I'm Papa doing and Willie G's and Ocean there and we doing all this and you can't pay sometime, you ain't gonna be my boo long. That's just me. I just personally do not believe that a man should always be responsible for the bill. I don't give a damn who said let's go eat.
And let's just put that there. And whatever woman that's out there, you're footing the bill every time. You should not be doing that at all.
Oh yeah, no, hell no.
Sometimes
I'm not even. First off, most times, and hell, we go eat so much that I ain't gonna say we 50-50 most of the time because she pay and I pay and she pay. You know, I may pay 3 or 4 times and she'll volunteer and I'll be like, no, I got it, don't worry about it. But sometimes a man just want to see you say you got it.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about you getting it. He just want to see you say you got it.
Right.
And he's like, nah, babe, I got it, I'm good. You know, and sometimes it feel good for your baby to say, no, I got this. Listen on me. I was going to call you anyway to see if you want to go get something to eat because I'm going to treat you tonight. Like, oh, okay. But it's always, let me tell you something. When I told my coach, it's always an ulterior motive when a woman gets to be acting overly sweet.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. So
yeah,
she's going to pay for that bill, but she got some honeydews her ass need done tonight, not tomorrow.
That's not true.
I got this broke ass drawer in the kitchen that's fucked up. I got all this trash in the garage that need to go out by in the morning. She always got an ulterior motive that she got something waiting for you.
No. That's not true.
But no, that's not true. And in fact, if she got trash in the garage and you see that, that's not a honeydew. That's something you should do.
When I don't stay there though, I might not be going in the garage.
I don't care if you don't stay there.
But I might not even be going in the garage though, AJ. I'm just saying.
Well, you should just go in the garage to see if she got trash that needs to be taken.
AJ cut him no slack.
Because think about it. If she is standing her house, you know there's trash that's going to accumulate. Let me go get this for my baby, so she won't have to go take this out. You know, trash. What?
Okay, so what I'm gonna get when I come back in from putting that trash out?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Let's bring Kim up on the line. See, but but really, should you be getting anything? I mean, that's just something Kevin should want to do.
Should I be getting anything? Hell yeah, I should be getting something.
No, really. I mean, that's just to me. That's part of chivalry.
So does it always have to be a give and take? You're saying?
That's life, though, man. Is it not
necessarily?
Is that not life? Let me tell you something. Okay, so now y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. We got like 10 minutes left in the show, and I guarantee you this is gonna take all 10 minutes. The only 2 things in this world that are loved unconditionally are women and dogs. Men are not loved without conditions by nobody. Mm-hmm. Name one man in your life who you love without a condition.
My daddy.
My daddy, my father.
Not true. Not
That's
true.
How is that not
Not
that's
true?
true.
true. Because
That's
there are
That is
things from
very true.
daddy. There are things from daddy that
no,
you want and expect from daddy when you need it.
no.
Mm-mm.
Because hold on.
And maybe because he's always just automatically
Exactly.
done.
That's my point. That's my
But I
point.
can't say that if it was to stop that I would feel any type of way. Because you've already shown me you know who you are as my father. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that sets the level of expectation for the man in my life, however. But for my dad, I mean, if he I mean, and he doesn't like just go out of his way doing all these wonderful things, however, but I have no expectation of him. I mean, no, I totally disagree with
So are
that.
you saying you love your dad without conditions?
Yes, absolutely.
AJ?
Absolutely.
My dad is he's deceased, but I can actually say, first of all, I was a daddy's girl. I'm the youngest of
Me
eight.
too.
I'm the youngest of eight, and so one thing that he made sure is that my voice was always heard with my older siblings. But my dad was not perfect at all. He was not perfect at all. But my dad was he was my dad. He was a father. He was truly he was a man that was honored in the community. He was in the Masonic Lodge for over 48 years, was honored through that. My dad, even when it seemed like when we were preparing for his funeral, that some, you know, things seem to always come when you're preparing for someone that's that's um that's dying. But anyway, even through all that, I could say that we were not surprised because when my dad did wrong or had done, he would share it. It was not going to be a surprise to us. And when I'm telling you, I could love him through that because that was my dad. I mean, I revered him. I really love my father, and so to say I could love him unconditionally with the bad that I knew, it wasn't even bad to me. I couldn't even define it as such because that was my dad. It was just, I'm sorry, maybe I'm just different, but I could love him as a male. Now, somebody else, I don't know. It would have to take a divine interaction, but for my dad, I
And
really do.
another male in my life is my brother. I have no expectations of him whatsoever. I don't expect anything from him other than to be who he is.
I guess y'all are different creatures.
No, I bet you can ask. Well, I mean, our father. Well, I could say our fathers were different then, because
That
everybody
part.
can't say that about their dad. Everybody can't say that about their mom because just for you to say that I mean, females could be loved unconditionally. Everyone can say that about their mom.
Well, they
True.
need to be saying it. See, because
And
so
that's how I feel about my father. I mean, about fathers.
Ron Love said, "Daddy, I love you, but I need some money to go to Astroworld." So Nicole says her son, she loves her son without any conditions. So I don't know who this is. Facebook user says, yes, my dad also gave me safe haven, solid foundation, and supportive and empowering. But see, let me go back and address. Is that who that is? So let me go back and address why dads are not loved without conditions. Because as the daddy, and I can even draw back to my last thing I did for my daughter. My baby said, "Oh, Daddy, I love you so much. You always there for me," because dads are always there. Because we love you unconditionally. We love our baby girls so unconditionally that we'll fall on the sword for them. And at the end of the day, we've placed that bond and barrier in your heart and mind that whatever it is you need, whenever you need it, I don't care how old you are, you can always get it. So that's the condition that you know daddy is gonna always be there. So it's not necessarily unconditional when you know you can always rely and lean on daddy because when nobody else is available, daddy gonna be there.
See, you're basing it on doing something, being available.
That's
I
a condition. That's a
But
condition.
it is a
there's
but,
been a
but
time.
think about the condition of you possibly giving her, I mean, hurting her from hearing some, bad news about you. I was hurt about some things, but I still love my dad. I did. And I mean, I could persevere through that. So that's a condition as well. But I don't see that as being okay. Men are not
Keeps
loved
happening.
unconditionally. I just can't see that. Sorry, Kevin, I don't see
I put my phone on do not disturb, and it's still.
I don't see it, Kev.
Yeah. So I'd say not the same for moms as well. Even dads aren't when dads aren't present. Yeah, I don't know. I just know with your animal has no expectation, so you love that animal a certain kind of way. But as for men, like women treat their dogs better than they treat some of the men they date. I mean, let's be real about that.
Well,
There's some women out there that got animals that treat their dogs better than some of the men that they date, and that man probably do more for them. Man, I don't want to say what I want to say because somebody's going to tell her what I said, but hey man, there's always a condition with women when it comes to men in their lives. I mean, it really is.
well, we need to work on that then.
My daddy must have heard us talking about him because I swear he just called me.
See?
He just called. Wow.
Oh, I didn't have a condition on my dad.
But
Yeah,
no, I can't say that because there was
small,
literally a time where,
it wasn't.
my dad had some situations where he was just not able to do things. You know what I mean? And that didn't stop anything. They didn't stop me from calling to check on them, calling to, just going by to see him. Like it didn't stop anything. Like it. So I can't say that there are conditions. Like, I mean, I think sometimes people's hands are tied to test those around them to see if there is conditions on their love, and his hands were really tied where he could not do anything, and it didn't hinder our relationship.
So Ashley, what school did you end up graduating from? You say you didn't graduate from Worthing.
No, so I started out at Dobie and I ended up going to Worthing because my brother, and then when my brother graduated from Worthing, and then I went back to Dobie.
Okay, so you end up ultimately graduating from Dobie.
Longhorn. Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that. Hey, ladies, that's like our hour. But before we go, I want to do another announcement about the Sterling Homecoming events coming up next weekend. So this coming Sunday, Sterling is having a big picnic bash in the park. I don't know what park are they having that at.
Yeah. I only go about
Oh, it's at Tom Bass.
It's at Tom Bass.
It's gonna be at Tom Bass this Sunday.
Okay.
So the homecoming weekend is actually the following week. So the game is the 14th. The after party after the game on the 14th will be at Club Vibes. This lady right here in the middle with the blonde hair and the blue eyes.
Oh, I got blue eyes.
No, I just was painting a picture of you as being the.
Yes,
this is Miss AJ. She is the owner of Vibes Lounge. We're gonna be at her spot on that Friday night after the game. Everybody come through. Is it gonna be BYOB in this one?
BYOB. We're gonna have hookahs, music, fun, just friends gathering. And if for donations, you can if I have something on hand for a donation, you can get something that I poured. So it's BYOB though.
So you're saying if I bring a big bottle of something,
you need to get a setup for me. Pay for something. Let me keep my lights on.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Friday the 14th. That's next week. Next Friday after the game, we're gonna go to Vibe Lounge. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna drink something, smoke something, be in the hookah, smoke something, be in the hookah, and have a good time. So then Saturday, the class of '87. You can get with Kim Lewis, Lil Kim, that little bitty short Kim. You can get with Kim Lewis, and you can get with Anjanetta Hudson. What's Angie Hudson's last name now?
Key.
Angie Hudson King.
Yeah.
Angie Hudson King. They got T-shirts for the class of '87.
So
So
sick
hey,
of
get
these
with
people
them.
calling
We
me.
will be at Vibes on Friday. We will be back at Vibes on Saturday,
Okay.
and then Sunday is the bash in the park at Law Park that we've been doing forever.
It's
Yes.
ending anyway.
So let me say this. Let me say this for my look. Sterling Alumni Board Committee, if there's a such thing. If y'all fuck this up this year by sending people 10 different ways, I promise next year,
Don't
I'm
put
gonna
that
do
out.
it.
Don't put that out there. Don't put that in the atmosphere. Don't put that out there.
But I
We just
understand, like
it's all gonna work together, Kevin. It's all gonna work together, Kevin.
I know, but I'm already hearing they beefing. Like why?
It's all gonna be good. It's all going.
All right. Ashley, you want to say before we go?
No, thank you guys for having me on. Look forward to the opportunity or the chance to come back and chat with you, Kevin. It's been great. Different, but good. That's it. Thank you. Y'all have a good night and great rest of the year. This is the fourth quarter. Let's all end strong.
We are in the fourth quarter. Hey, again, God bless. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for coming on. Uh, on behalf of Ashley Morgan, this is what he said with Kevin Walker. Of course, I am Kevin Walker. Thank y'all for being a part of this. Thank y'all for adding your comments. We will see y'all next Wednesday. Ashley, you gonna come back next week?
Sure, I will.
I ain't gonna put you on the spot. I'll call you.
I
All right,
will.
y'all. Big.
All right. Thank you guys.
Wonder why it won't. It's not ending. Having trouble connecting.